Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 345 of the Classic Elite Podcast. My name is Scott. I've got Kevin with me. Kevin, what is going on, man? How you doing?
What's up? Wow, that's loud.
It is
I'm
loud.
bringing that back.
I
I am
know.
bringing that back.
I felt like when we did the test, like our levels were good, but that was hot on my end. So, how you doing, man?
What's up? You remember that commercial?
I
That was
do.
a good commercial.
I do.
I remember when Scary Movie made that commercial in Scary Movie?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I feel like that might have even been in the trailer.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
When I was younger, I remember on something called Nutella or possibly Kazaa, depending what you use. Someone did a Final Fantasy VIII with like Terrence and Phillip like mouth movements.
Okay.
They like, took a JPEG and just moved the mouth. And
Sure.
like, hey Zip, pick up the phone. Yeah, Squall? What's up? What's up? Hey, where's Cypher? Yo, Cypher! What's up? And I was like, ha ha ha, because I was like 8. How old was I when that happened? Good times. I am good. I watched my first movie last week in a year and a half.
Like in the theater or like period?
In the theater.
Okay. And what was it?
Come on and jam and welcome to the slam.
Oh, you went to the theater?
Yeah.
You wasted. Okay. Was it
Hold on.
awesome?
It was the most amazing movie I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
I'm a huge Space Jam fan. I've said this last time.
Mhm.
I watched the first movie, when it first came out in theaters, and then repeated, and I had the bedspread with Michael Jordan, like I said. I loved it.
James
It was great.
Good.
Oh, I don't care. I'm not there for LeBron James. All right.
I know.
It was great.
It was fun.
It was so much fun. It was stupid, yeah.
Of course.
But that's Space Jam.
Sonic was stupid, but I loved it.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It's like not like the greatest movie ever made, but it was pretty, very pretty.
All right, maybe it's on HBO Max, so I maybe
Like I
if
paid
I'm
to
bored
watch it
someday.
again because I had fun. It's kind of dry at the beginning.
Okay.
Because they focus too much on like LeBron and his family and all that. But I guess they kind of did that in the original Space Jam, Michael Jordan and his family.
Are there some fun like callbacks and Easter eggs that would go over your head?
There's a very good
Don't ruin
cameo.
them. Okay.
I'm gonna say there's a very good cameo, and there's a lot of things where like Bugs Bunny's like, so let me get this right. You, a basketball star, need us, the Looney Tunes, to help you fight some evil aliens before they kidnap the world. He's like, yeah. He's like, sounds kind of familiar. We'll do it.
Now that I'm thinking about it, was Space Jam the last time I saw a new Bugs Bunny thing?
There was Back in Action, the Looney Tunes Back in Action movie with Brendan Fraser.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Neither did I.
But there at least there's only one. Bugs Bunny still seems popular enough, like at least that kids would know of Bugs Bunny.
That's kind of the cool thing. When he lands in Looney Tuneville, all the Looney Tunes are gone because they're doing their own thing. They're like, nobody cares about us anymore. So except for Bugs, who gets drunk on carrot juice, right? It's cute.
Okay.
And the guy who does the voice of Bugs is actually a dude. I think he's from Toronto. I'm not sure, but I know he's Canadian. The voice actor. I think I said this last time because I'm getting like weird deja vu. But it was awesome. I had such a great time with it. The only thing that I didn't like were you saw the commercial when like Flintstones are there, Jetsons are there, King Kong. Oh, you didn't see that?
No.
So the audience is all of Warner Brothers properties. Even Animaniacs like appear in the corner.
All right.
Yeah, Pennywise the Clown. You have Batman, Robin,
Okay.
Iron Giant, King Kong, Ready Player One. Think Ready Player One.
I was just gonna say, as soon as you said Iron Giant too, especially.
That's who's in the audience. Is Ready Player One. Arnold Schwarzenegger's. Well, it's not actually him, but Mr. Freeze. Clockwork Orange guys, Game of Thrones, Matrix, Austin Power. Like all these things are in the audience watching the game. And that's cool because I like looking in the background being like, oh, I see fucking the mask. Jim Carrey's The Mask is there.
Sure.
And I see the Flintstones in 3D, like really cool. Scooby-Doo, there they are. Yogi Bear. The only thing I didn't like is that the audience is reacting to nothing. It looks like they just filmed them in like a green screen just cheering. But they like loop like over and over.
Oh, okay.
So they're reacting like if LeBron's talking to his son in a heartfelt moment, Pennywise is like smiling awkwardly at like the guy from Game of Thrones, and like there's no, you could tell they're not together. Kind of,
sure.
It was kind of uncanny in that way, and I can't help you put so many characters in the audience. I'm watching the audience.
Like who gives a fuck kind of a thing though, right?
I know, but you're watching the audience because there's so many characters in there. So I'm like, yeah, you did that animation already.
I think I'm such a simpleton. I don't think I would. I would recognize someone in the background and be like, oh, that's great, and just be so tunnel visioned on what the main point is supposed to be, that I'd miss all the fun bits like that.
Oh no, I want to watch it again, like freeze frame, and be like, who the hell's in here?
Yeah, it'd have to be like after. Do you ever go watch YouTube reviews after you watch a movie?
No.
Oh, see, that's where I would go and be like, oh, I missed that. Oh, I missed that. Oh, I missed that. I
like watching like Easter eggs, like Easter eggs you've missed in this episode of Loki or whatever. What kind of was weird is I'm so used to like budging my buddy Kyle, because I usually go watch movies with Kyle and I nudge him and be like, hey, that's from this comic book. He's like, oh, that's so cool, right? And I'm doing that with my daughter. I'm like, hey, that's the Jetsons. That's the Jetsons. And she's like, who's the Jetsons? Okay,
you failed.
I'm like,
and
I like nudge her again. Hey, there's Yogi Bear. Who's Yogi Bear?
Kevin, what are you doing?
And I nudged her and I said, hey, there are the Flintstones. And she said,
don't say it.
I see Frank.
Oh God,
Frank
I have to
Flintstone.
have a drink now. This is too bad for me. This is too much for me.
Frank Flintstone. And she knows the Flintstones because of her vitamins. I know that's what you thought I was getting at. And she thought his name was Frank.
That sounds like somewhere in there, like a 90s stand-up comedian would have a joke about that being like the off-brand version. You know what I mean? There was a comedian that had like a really good Mikey versus Nike joke. I can't remember who it was.
Oh, speaking of Nike, don't forget that this movie started as a Nike ad. When Bugs Bunny and Michael Jordan famously played basketball in that ad.
What does it go full circle? Because Jordan is its own brand of Nike shoes now.
That's right.
Were they wearing Jordans in the?
They weren't. They should have. No, you're gonna see Nike logos everywhere in the clouds, the floor. So just keep that in mind. It is a Nike focused movie, and it's weird. I bought Simpsons shirts at H&M. Do you have H&M there?
Maybe, but we don't near me if we do.
Oh, it's like a chic fashion clothing store. Large as a 2, right? Where you're like, what the fuck? It's a glove. And they have Simpsons shirts in there. And I'm like, what the hell? Why are they selling Simpsons shirt in this like fancy fashion place? The last time I ever shopped in here, I bought a hat. Because I was a hipster piece of shit, right?
Sure.
So I'm like, they're selling Simpsons shirts in here. That's really weird. And I'm like, oh, Simpsons is retro now. So retro's in.
Almost like vintage. Like Simpsons is old
right.
as dirt.
So it's vintage. But when I was a kid, Looney Tunes was our vintage.
Yeah.
You remember wearing like the Tasmania with his pants on backwards? And
in the early mid-90s, maybe
like
it was more mid-90s. Oh, dude, those things, it was everywhere. So popular.
So that's why I'm like, holy shit, the Simpsons is my Looney Tunes now. Like,
yeah, that makes sense.
I grew up with Looney Tune clothes. 2 more things. I've never seen, and I put this on Twitter, I've actually never seen anyone dab before.
What?
Meaningfully.
Dad?
Like, I don't know what, no, dab, the.
Okay.
What is that? Is that a dance? Or what is that?
I thought it was like a sports celebration.
Oh, is that? Okay, because I don't know what that is, but I've seen it being made. People do it in movies to make fun of the fact that it's dumb, but I don't know what it is. And I've only seen it to be made fun of.
I remember it coming from Cam Newton, the football player. He would do it after touchdowns, and it seemed to like catch on. It was like a taunting thing. Like if you beat somebody in something, like if you and I were playing Street Fighter 2, and you beat me, you would do that to like piss me off.
Because I don't know, because like I would read the comments and be like, LeBron dabbed. I turned the movie off. Or like, did Sonic the Hedgehog just dab in this movie? This is dumb. Like I'm like, I don't know what that is. I know that it's dumb.
I might have it. I think I'm close. Like I might not be like spot on, but I think we have the general idea.
Okay. And second,
it's also like it's past us now, isn't it? Like, do kids do that now? Isn't that like a dorky thing?
I thought that's the thing. I know it as a dorky thing to do, and it's done in movies to be like, haha, look how lame we are, but I don't know what the real thing is. It's like if someone busted out the Macarena.
Yeah, so I think Cam Newton did it. He's a football player. I know I mentioned that earlier, but I doubt you would know who Cam Newton is. That's the first time I saw it.
I thought it was a camp. I'm like, Camp Crystal Lake?
No, he was a quarterback. He was really... there were some seasons he was really, really good. But yeah. That's my understanding. I don't know if he's even the originator of it.
Oh, okay.
I just know that's how I was interested. But
my second question: who's your favorite Looney Tune?
Looney Tune, boy.
And this question goes out to all our listeners. Who's your favorite Looney Tune?
It's between probably 2. Is it Foghorn Leghorn?
Yeah.
And Bugs. I like something. When it comes to cartoons, I don't know why I was always drawn to the obvious. I'm supposed to like this
Center
guy.
stage, yeah.
Yeah. Even though it's objectively usually the weakest character, like a Superman or a Bugs or whatnot.
Yeah.
But
Leonardo
Superman, from the Turtles.
They do some really cool things with Superman in this movie.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So
I don't know. Probably those. And according to social media, I guess I grew up as a rich kid, according to them, because we had Disney Channel. Privileged kid. We were certainly not rich, but we did have the Disney Channel. So, I was more of like Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Donald.
Okay, so like the main headers, the headliners.
Yeah.
Okay,
but I cool. I did. Almost spoke like the pig, Porky Pig. There, I did. Yeah. But I just said toss it between those two. If I wanted to have like a deeper cut, Foghorn Leghorn.
Foghorn's good. It's a good choice.
But I do like.
He's
Bugs.
in the movie too.
Okay, cool.
And they also looked really good in their CGI counterpart. I didn't think I was gonna enjoy it, but that's the first time I actually saw like them in 3D, because they're usually 2D, right?
Sure.
In the cartoon. Yeah, and they looked really good.
The Peanuts were really good like that. The Peanuts movie.
I fucking love that Peanuts movie.
That's an A+.
Awesome.
A+.
Yeah. Even that song that plays at the end when he's like trying to dance with Snoopy, I'm in love with that song. It's such a sweet song.
Yeah, that made the Blu-ray cut. Like I was like, I need I want to own that one.
That was a great movie, yeah. But yeah, recommend Space Jam. Oh, my favorite Looney Tunes is Taz.
Oh yeah. That was my nickname when I was a kid because I was such a little shit. My aunts and uncles always called me Tasmanian Devil.
And when I was driving with my family, Hannah asked me this question: was my favorite Looney Tunes? Hers was Lola. Lola still looks very attractive for a bunny.
Basic.
Thinking about these hot rabbits. I know, right? Like, but she was the only.
Well, as I say, Bugs. That's not the most basic thing.
I realize I can do Tasmania's impression.
Okay, let's hear
it. Hopefully, I don't get like what's that Soundgarden thing that you call
noise
like
gate.
Noise gate. That's it. Soundgarden's a band. Ready?
It was good. Didn't cut out at all. That actually.
Oh, good.
The audio quality was excellent, but that was really good. I'm impressed.
So the whole drive home, every time someone cut me off, I was like, just making all those noises.
I have a.
You always got to end it with a.
I have a fondness in my heart for, even though it's a crappy game, the Sega Genesis Tasmania game. I love that game.
Was he like in Mars in that game? It goes when he spins.
Yeah, it would like rev up.
Do you remember the show? Come to Tasmania.
Yeah, come to Tasmania.
I fucking love that show.
I didn't, but I remember it.
Yeah. So yeah, Space Jam, 11 out of 10. I don't care about LeBron. He was the background character to me. I'm like, yeah, okay. Bring on Bugs. Come here, Taz. So, very happy to have him back. It's gonna make the Blu-ray cut when it comes out.
I do. I like Daffy.
I want to buy a Toon Squad shirt, man, so badly.
Yeah, I do like Looney Tunes a lot, though, and I liked Tiny Toons after school when I was a kid.
Yeah, Tiny Toons is gold too, because Looney Tunes are teaching the Tiny Toons.
Yeah,
I thought before Space Jam came out, because there's a locker room with B Bunny and L James. I thought the B meant Buster, and I was like, if
that would have been that. I feel like you might have brought that up. That would have been. Oh, I would have.
If they made like the Looney, like the
that would have been incredible.
Space Jam, and I also had this idea, and Space Jam is a cool name. Space Jam, like that is an awesome.
Is Michael Jackson song in there at all?
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, he was. He had a jam. It was like on that album that had black and white on it.
Jam. No, there's no Michael Jackson. There's no R. Kelly either.
Well,
there's no I Believe I Can Fly. I know, but I'm just
saying.
Guess,
yeah. Is there?
But my idea now, Hollywood, take note. Instead of a Space Jam movie, you base it off you base it off the sport. So Space Jam was with Michael Jordan. Then you would have like, I don't know, Skate Jam, and it'd be like Tony Hawk. And then you have like Baseball Jam, or Bass Jam, and it'd be like, I don't know, Jose Canseco. You know what I mean? Like you should have done that. I can't think of baseball players. Come on. But that's what I
just a hilarious like pull.
Like Hockey Jam, and who would be the?
You would think a Toronto guy would pick Joe Carter. I'm just saying.
Is he baseball or hockey?
Baseball.
Oh, gotcha.
He hit
See, I moved on to
oh,
hockey.
you
I
would
was
have
thinking
been like,
Gretzky.
you might not even have been born. He hit a home run in the World Series to win the World Series
93.
for 93. Yeah, for the
I
Toronto
know.
Blue Jays.
What the fuck you think I am? Like,
Not
come
a
on, it's the
baseball
only
fan,
time-
apparently.
No, until you said his name and then calculations and the gears went. But yeah, so that's why I wanted as a Space Jam sequel. But this works out too.
Cool.
So it was good.
Awesome.
Very good. I enjoyed it. I finished Loki as well. Now that I actually have time to watch TV. All those Marvel shows are amazing. Like, I get it. Marvel's big and it's Disney and the big evil corporation that has a Mickey Mouse wearing a gauntlet and putting like another ring or another stone on his glove, and this time it says like, you know, Simpsons, and he's like, I'm gonna get you all right. Like, so I get it. They're evil, but man, the movies and shows are good. They're like really good.
Sure, I'm just not subscribed to Disney Plus anymore, so I can't watch.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Two nefarious
roles. I watched WandaVision. I thought that was brilliant. I watched Falcon, Captain Soldier. Nope, said that wrong. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Watched that. I enjoyed it. It wasn't the greatest, but it was like 8 out of 10. So it's like still good.
It's still damn good.
And then I watched Loki, and I was like, "Oh, this is like 11 out of 10." Like, I was blown away by the end. I was just like, "Oh," I had to like call someone, but no one cares. And I'm like, I told my wife, and she's like,
"That's cool."
So again, then they just announced the What If series, which will probably have Marvel zombies in it. It's just like, what if Iron Man was saved by this bad guy? What would happen? It's all animated. It looks awesome. It's dope. It's stupid. And like I said, I hate the Marvel fans who are like, you know, Chris Evans heartthrob. I'm like, no. Think about the story. I bought the Infinity Gauntlet comic again because I lost mine or someone stole it from me, which is the comic book leading up to the whole snap thing, which is what the Avengers was always building up to. And I'm like, it's about Thanos. Read the comic. It's in there. So I rebought that again because I've been, after watching the Marvel shows, I'm like, I want to read it. And I lost it. And I rebought it. So, yeah. I am a
I didn't record the intro again.
To Disney.
Not that it matters. I'll add and post.
Yeah. Anyways, have a good night, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the show. Wait, I didn't make a joke. Hey, guess what?
What?
I'm on vacation.
Oh, cheers. What you drinking?
Woohoo! Oh, that's bitter. American Phantom Time, American Pale Ale. Contains barley, wheat, oats, and spelt. What's spelt?
I don't know. I should know that, right?
You should. Man, that's bitter. But yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Awesome.
Let's talk about what's it. Oh no, we got to talk. Are the new releases that we wanted to mention before we talk about news?
We can look through. I don't think there's anything that came out. Watch Dogs Legion Bloodline.
I don't know what Chris Tales is, but it's got good marks.
Akiba's Trip, Hellbound, and Debriefed. Know what that is. Space Jam, that's finally. Oh, that's out on Xbox. I spoke about that last time.
It's getting great reviews still. All right, yeah, I guess there's no new releases we want to talk about. I'm sure on Steam there are.
Oh, one that's coming out July 16. That's already out. What day is it today? Skyward Sword.
Today's the 20th. Oh, Skyward Sword came out
on the 16th for the Switch.
Yes. We'll save that for later. Maybe there's something to be said about that game.
All right, then. We shall move on to
the news.
Good? Did I hit it?
That was you went from your best to by far your worst.
The worst?
The worst.
That's what everyone says to
Let's
me
try it again.
all the time.
In the news. No, you gotta do news. You do news too. Like I bank it. You used to always. I would go news. You would go news.
Look, there's too much pressure. Okay,
you need a full news. News.
No. Yes.
That was way. That was very close. Yeah. Let yourself say news. It's awesome that way.
Here's some games coming to Game Pass. Yeah. Battlefield 5 is coming to Cloud. So if it just says Cloud, what does that mean?
Maybe the there's that streaming, like that Project X or whatever, so it's just streaming only.
Man, that's some bitter beer. Bitter beer
face.
Bitter beer.
Do you remember that Keystone Light? Do you have Keystone Light in Canada?
Yeah.
There was a commercial. Do you remember the commercial that said "Bitter Beer Face"? And they would look like the puppets from the Land of Confusion video that Genesis had.
No,
after they take a swig of beer, and they would make a bitter beer face. I don't know. Keystone's gross. That's not your favorite beer?
No.
But it's 8 something %, so just keep fighting through it. 3 more sips and your palate will be lovely. I'm guessing Cloud is streaming only. If it says Cloud.
Okay. And then Crimson Skis comes out to Cloud and console. Blinks.
Or Skies.
I know. I'm being cute.
Sorry.
Blinks, Cloud and console. The Flight Simulator? Flight Simulator is coming to Xbox Series X?
Yeah,
really?
Baby. Yeah. How cool is that?
That's going to be dope.
Yeah, I can't wait.
You can fly over your house. Possibly.
Fly over your house.
Ooh, me. I don't know what that means. Oh, Shadi. No, it's a cherry. I'm just adding words.
I didn't notice any of it was wonky.
Yeah, Flight Simulator. That's cool. That's really cool. We're all gonna die. Have you watched the show Last Man on Earth?
No.
With Will Forte?
No.
Watch it.
Okay.
It got canceled, but it's one of the funniest shows.
Okay.
Like, it's just such a fun show, and I like Will Forte. Like, he's the last man on Earth, as the show implies, and he's watching Castaway, and he's like, he shows Tom Hanks speaking to a ball, and he's like, okay, relax. I'm not gonna get to that point yet. Scene cuts. He has like 20 balls around. He's like Dennis, Jim, John. Like, it's just, he has so many. Anyways, he eventually starts meeting more people. One guy, they're trying to fly to like Georgia to find some other people who are alive. It's a comedy. So the guy is like working on like Flight Simulator. He's testing because they can go in wherever they want. So he's like been practicing in Flight Simulator, and he's, at first he crashes and all that. He finally learns how to take off. He finally learns how to land. He's in this big simulator, like windows all around him. It's like flying a real plane. And the moment comes to fly a real plane, he crashes and dies. And I'm like, I didn't see that happening. And
thanks for. Now I'm not gonna watch it. So sweet.
You're gonna forget. Chris Tales, Crystals, Chris Tales.
Probably both of that. I did download the Ascent. The Ascent that's in here. I did like pre-install that.
Cool. It's one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break everything you said to me.
I'm sorry. Did I interrupt the deep conversation you want to have about Chris Tales?
Atomic Crops, Raji, Last Stop, Ascent. I can't even read what the fuck that says. What does that say? My eyes are going. I'm blind.
No,
Scott,
dude, that dude, like the most gnarly heavy metal band would be jealous of that unreadable font.
What the fuck is that? Oh, I had to Lethal League Blaze.
Yeah.
And then a game called Omno and Project Wingman. So, hey, yo, Game Pass, man. Bunch of games you never heard of. Probably don't care about.
The Ascent, I do. The Ascent looks kind of fun. It's like a dual stick shooter, kind of, or twin stick shooter, but like a RPG dungeon crawler, like Diablo. I pre-installed it. I think it looks cool.
I hate multi-stick games.
They hate you.
It's a good comeback. Your mom called.
I know. So there's some cool-ish stuff. I just can't wait for Halo. That's all that I care about.
Okay, let's just appreciate the fact that I haven't made a Yo Mama joke in so long that I forgot how it goes. I said your mom called. What the fuck does that mean?
It's close enough. I know what you meant.
Your mom called. Yeah, what should say? I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead yet.
She wanted her whatever back. You combine like the two, like the 80s called, and with her hair back. Metroid Prime Trilogy for Switch is ready to go, according to an industry insider, Kevin.
Now, this is a rumor. Wait, I didn't roll my tongue. Rumor.
From Nintendo Life.
We don't necessarily talk about rumors.
Yeah, we do all the time.
Rumors. No, we are a reputable
resource. We speculate and get shit wrong all the time. We're about fun. You're supposed to enjoy us arguing. That's our show.
So, do you have you Nope. I'm there too. Never played Trilogy. Okay. I have it on the Wii U. Yes, because it was on sale for $20 when it first launched. So I bought it. I have the Trilogy. Never played it. And I keep wanting to play it, but I don't know. I have 100 other games, and if this comes on the Switch, I'll probably buy it and then play it eventually. I don't know. It's cool. It's 3 games in 1. I bought mine for $20 on the Wii U. So how much do you think this will be?
60.
80.
Or for you, 80. Yes, 60, 80.
You think Nintendo will be that nice and put this Trilogy out for, normal price?
No.
So is 60 high or low?
60 is what Skyward Sword costs, what Mario Golf costs, what 3D World costs.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
So 80
you think
for
they actually put it out for a reasonable price? Like
Oh no, I
3D.
don't think they'd go higher than that.
Oh, okay.
Are you thinking that they might?
Well, okay. So I went to Best Buy. I said that weirdly.
You did.
I went to a Best Buy, and they had Mario Kart 8 and Mario Party, a combo pack. And I was like, well, that's fucking rad. How much do you think that combo pack would have been?
For you, 140 or 150 Canadian.
See, you doubled it. I would have assumed that a combo pack would be 2 games for one price. Lower, like reasonable.
You implied there was 2 discs wrapped together, right?
Well, I imply
That's how I took it.
So much. No, if there's like a 2 game, you buy 3 DVDs at fucking Walmart, like $10 for 3 DVDs. That's what I expected. I didn't expect to have.
I look at it like soda or pop, right?
Yeah, but that's how much 2 things would cost.
Yeah. Well, no, I took a little bit off. 160 is what it would cost without any sort of a discount. So I did what Nintendo does. Took a little.
I'm gonna tweet it later. It's stupid. Don't combo my games. If you combo my games, you discount that shit.
They did.
Sonic. No, they didn't. It was like 160.
I said 140, 150, and you flew off the handle. So I assumed that was right.
Well, it's right, but it's not right. Like you're right, and the price is right.
It's slightly discounted.
It's wrong.
Yeah, correct. It's not right. I'm with you on that. But it like
this is the first time I used the price is right in a sentence. It was amp, not amp. God damn it! I was on a roll with smartness.
So all right.
What's the word? Anyways,
intellect.
Sonic Racing and Sonic Mania was a bundle. I saw.
Okay.
What?
It just was like, why are we talking about Sonic all of a sudden?
I'm just saying, I saw a bundle. Yeah. It was $30. That's reasonable.
Were they 2 physical games taped together somehow?
I don't care.
Retailers do.
Spyro and Crash
when 2 pieces of deodorant are wrapped together.
When a man and a woman love each other.
Right, Kevin? But when you're at the store and there's like, hey, your deodorant that you wanted to buy, when there's a 2-pack, it's almost double the price, but not quite. So you save a little bit if you buy 2 right now.
I'll tweet it later. We'll see what it is. I can't remember if it was like a double pack or. Either way, it's stupid.
Yes, but normal.
It's like you're making my combo when I go to McDonald's. You tell me what I want, and then charge me for it. It's like, no, I'll tell you what I want. If I wanted to buy Mario Kart 8 and Mario Party at the same price, I just buy them separately.
No, they're like, look, hey, you're probably going to want both of these. If you get them both right now, we'll take $10 off. We'll save you $10 because you're going to get them anyways. And if you're not going to get them anyways, this is not the little tape together bundle for you.
I'll take a look at that. I don't agree with you. I think you're a terrible person. Corpse Killer 25th Anniversary Edition releasing next week. I've heard lots of things about this game. Then I looked up this game, and why did I hear so many things about this game?
I've heard other podcasts talking about it too. It just is such a generic name. It sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you a single thing about it. You could show me screenshots, I wouldn't be able to pick it out.
It looks like what's that game with Aerosmith and you throw records? Yeah, one of those.
Wait, what?
It's kind of like Aerosmith had their own game back in the day.
Like an Area 51 type of game? This looks like Area 51 or type of game.
It's a shooter, yeah.
But like a Time Cop or like that kind of a shooter. Yeah.
Not even. What game uses real people? Like this is like that.
Area 51 is the best I can think of.
God damn it.
What's
that game?
Lethal
that controversial game that I bought and people made fun of me for buying it. It was banned. It was on Sega CD.
Lethal Enforcers? No.
No, it has a girl on the cover. She's pointing.
I have no idea. I'm sorry.
Come on. It's like sweet. It's God damn it. Damn it, Scott. Why aren't you help? Stop shaking your head and give me an answer.
I got nothing. I don't know.
What's the name of the stupid game?
Layers of Fear 2. There it is. Layers of Fear 2.
No, that plays a third.
It's coming to Switch owners May 20th.
No, we're not leaving this until a name comes up. That game where you look at the surveillance cameras and there's girls.
Night Trap.
Thank you.
Oh, your FMV reel. Gotcha. My bad. Lo siento, made me go.
That's what this game looks like. It looks like that crappy FMV Sequence, Aerosmith, Night Switch game. Like they had a whole bunch of these games, and that's what this looks like.
Night Trap.
And I'd buy it like I did for Night Trap. I bought Night Trap for $2 on the Switch. I still haven't played it. I don't intend to play it, but I have it. And then I saw fucking Plumbers Don't Wear Ties is getting a limited release. What is this? What are we doing here? Why are we wasting? Video games are dumb. These games are dumb. And I guess people are just like, haha, remember how bad it was? Now you can own it. Woo!
Do you remember in the Supreme Court case when Nintendo was testifying and they're like, Nintendo would never have
That's right.
a game like Night Trap or Plumbers Don't Wear Ties on there.
Yeah.
I only know Plumbers Wear Ties from Angry Video Game Nerd. And I have to think that his video is the only reason that this game is on the Switch.
Yeah, and it's how I feel with Nostalgia Critic in The Room. I feel like the movie The Room got popular because of Nostalgia Critic.
Yeah, you know what he did? I definitely think he helped the momentum of that for sure.
Yeah. Did Angry Video Game Nerd ever do Corpse? What's his game called? Corpse Killer?
Not that I know of.
Oh, okay.
I still watch all of his stuff, but I only really vividly remember the first 100 episodes, but I've seen every one, and I still watch every one, but not... I just appreciate he's still making them. I enjoy them, but I don't remember them.
He doesn't have Twitter, so he's not being an idiot.
It's just...
Well, I remember hold on. I think in his Sega CD video, he was gonna play Corpse Killer, but it didn't work.
Oh, that's possible.
I think I remember.
There definitely is a game that he was like, "Oh, you're lucky this time."
You're lucky this time. Yeah, I think it was Corpse Killer.
Okay.
Now that I think about it, which actually may be why I know what this game is because of that. Well, anyways, that's good. It's gonna be coming out on July 27th. It will cost $15 USD.
All
why
right.
did it say $14.99? Why? I've always wondered that. It's on sale for $4.99. Just say $5. Why $4.99? Does that sound cheaper? It sounds more.
Yeah. There is unbelievable amounts of data that shows the psychological effect of it being in that $1 cheaper as the front number.
Really? That's weird. I've always wondered that as a kid.
It is just market research. It's just a marketing tactic.
Because the dollar store is not called the 99-cent store, but everything in there is 99 cents, not $1. Or at least it used to be back in there.
Back when it was nice.
Back when we weren't.
All right, so we still have some more items to talk about in the news.
This is big. I'll let you take the lead because you're a PC kind of guy, and I'm more of a Corpse Killer kind of guy.
Yeah. So the Steam Deck is the gaming system coming out from Valve. It's a portable PC.
Goodbye, Nintendo.
It's coming out, and it will be... So here's what I know off the top of my head without bringing up the article. Yeah. There's 3 SKUs, $400 one, a $530 one. These are U.S. prices, and a $650 one or something like that.
Yeah, based on memory,
the middle one and the top one have fast storage and some other accoutrements. All 3 of them have SSDs, but the NVMe, the faster storage, is in the more expensive too, and the storage capacity on the lower one's quite low. The interesting thing about this is it's running, Linux, Steam OS or whatnot on it, and not only does it run all games, of course, that support Linux within Steam, but there's supposed to be a Windows compatibility layer on top of it.
Okay.
Whatever that means. Don't ask me to describe that, but you click a button, it makes Linux games launch into Windows. I don't know, but I believe it. If that works really well, holy smokes. So this thing has a form factor. There's no Joy-Con, so it's more like the Switch Lite. Form factor that looks similar to the Switch, is certainly thicker and beefier than that. Looks more comfortable.
Looks like the Game Gear for the Game Boy.
Yeah, it looks like a Game Gear. That's not actually a bad comparison. It has a 7-inch screen. The higher end model has an etched no glare screen or reduced glare screen. Nice. It should have very high compatibility. It's 800p, so it's just a little over 720p. A demo.
Which one is that close to your eyes? Doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And at actually, the closer to your eyes, the better the resolution helps. The further back you are, because the mosaic effect kicks in. Sorry, I don't want Dumbass to correct us, okay? I don't want Dumbass to fucking yell at us. All right, so, but It's supposed to be pretty neat. It's supposed to have a high compatibility. It is very open. So here's where what you were saying, Nintendo killer, Switch killer right here.
Yep.
You can install Windows. You have a copy of Windows. You want to install Windows on this thing. They say, go for it. Install Windows. We don't care. Do whatever you'd like to do.
I'm reacting as Nintendo right now. Oh, God.
So that means emulators, RetroPie, whatever you want. There's a dock available. So you can just throw this onto a TV if you want.
Thankfully, they didn't.
I lost my train of thought, but I remembered what I wanted to talk about. Supposedly, Remedy's Star Wars Fallen Order game, that was an awesome game, was running the PC game in ultra settings smoothly at 60 frames a second. So it seems like quite a powerful little punch. There's an extra little link I added, Kevin, for you to put in here.
I saw that.
PC Gamer is mentioning that so Steam did a little pre-order thing for this. Based on the specs that they released, the pre-order is pretty much all sold out right away.
Right.
But it turns out that they're using even better memory. There's going to be twice as many channels available for the memory. They're using DDR5 memory, and instead of like 8, there's 16 channels, or instead of 4 channels, instead of dual channel memory, it's quad channel memory. So it's just like an NVMe solid state drive of 500 gigs, really good fast memory. They went out of their way to mention how they use high quality Joy-Cons to avoid drift. It's just a really intriguing device, and Valve, understandably, pretty much predicted that there would be a good demand for it. So their way to get around the scalping issues, you had to order it through Steam. You had to put $5 down to reserve the SKU that you wanted, and only one per account, huh?
Valve is smart. Like everything.
Administrative. Well, right? Yes, it appears that way. Let's see it till the finish line before we start making those kind of proclamations. But right now, they're doing the way everyone begged for other retailers to do it. If you're only going to sell online, why can't I just put down $100 right now for my PS5 and you ship it when it's available? Like, why are we fucking around with this stuff? And Valve is taking that approach. So, this is pretty neat, man. Like, if my old baby here can just keep broadcasting the podcast,
and that's it.
That's an intriguing thing for me, because the PC market right now is a disaster. This PC is 8 years old. I'm running an Ivy Bridge i7. This thing is old. I can't afford a new PC right now. I mean, I could technically if I had to, but like that's brutal. Like the PC, like I couldn't get a graphics card, any of that stuff.
This feels to me like, okay, the Switch is a nice, impressive console. Okay, the Switch is Frank Flintstone at a party. You're like, it's not him, but it's pretty good.
Sure.
Like he says wabba dabba do instead of yabba dabba do, right? The kids don't notice. Who cares? Let's just have fun. And then Valve comes in with Fred Flintstone, and you're like, oh, why have I been putting up with this shit for so long when you can do this? Like, you improved Frank so much at the beginning, we wouldn't be so impressed with Fred.
I feel like it's more like you're watching. I feel like it's more like you're watching the Flintstones. Flintstones are great. The Switch is great, right? It's for kids. It's quaint. It's nice. But then then Bart Simpson rolls in, and you're like, all right, that's fair. But we could be fucking watching this. Look what they're doing over there.
Yeah.
Good callback. You're right with Frank.
I just want to call back. Like, I know it wasn't a good metaphor. Yours makes more sense. But that's the thing. Like, the Switch is like, you're looking at it. You're like, it's nice. It's awesome. It's good. Yeah.
It's got the IP.
Yeah, but then you look at this, you're like, wow, that's like,
everything.
Why aren't you doing this, stupid? Like, smacks the Switch above the head. Like, you still don't have Bluetooth? Why not? This thing has fucking Android.
You'll be able to run Dolphin if you want on it, and run like all those Nintendo games. You can run pirated versions of them, and just like way better than the Switch can run.
Of course I am. You're gonna charge me $160 for Mario Kart and Mario Party? Get the fuck out of here! I'm gonna pirate that shit. Stupid. And as a guy who's scared of PC stuff, this is what I always wanted.
Yeah,
I don't know PC stuff. I don't play PC games. I buy PC games.
I was gonna say you have a library already, though.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I have Binding of Isaac 30 times. Rocket League's on there. I had to play on minimal settings and it still didn't kick off.
You can play it on the couch. And you can link it all together so all your stuff is in the same spot. And it doesn't matter if you're playing on your PS4 or on your Steam Deck. You can just play your... Oh, you know what? You'll be able to do Gamepass on it. No problem.
Yeah. And what I wanted the Switch to do. Like, that's what I'm saying.
And you can you can install on it natively through Gamepass or do the cloud version because you can just put Windows on there.
Because this like, I don't know how is Nintendo not.
Why didn't I get one? God damn it, dude! I was so close to like putting one. I was just skeptical.
I'm gonna get one. 30 years ago, they were HP tablets. You remember HP tablets?
Oh, that WebOS, that $99 like super discount weird. Yes, I remember that.
I was like, should I not? What's a tablet? Like, it was that early, right?
Yeah.
And I still lose sleep over the fact that I didn't buy it. Why didn't I buy it? It would have been so good.
I should have reserved a spot.
Why?
It was $5.
Right. And that's how I feel about this thing. I'm like, this is what I wanted. This is what I want. To play anything, anytime, anywhere in my bed in the toilet. Come on.
Well, yeah, that's a big deal. I was playing Switch out while I was waiting on my chicken breast on the grill last night. It was absolutely fantastic.
Right. And I'm on vacation, so I was playing the Switch on my hammock again. Just play Binding of Isaac and listen to podcasts. That's all I did. Actually, I listened to us. So that was kind of weird because I was catching up on our own podcasts. I listened.
Remember what we said?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, Kevin, say that joke. Yes, he said the joke. Yes, he said what I was going to say. Thank you, past Kevin. I completely forget what we talk about as soon as we press end.
I do, yes.
Yeah, I don't know how Nintendo isn't shitting themselves because they just announced the Switch Pro. Sorry, an OLED, because that's not on us, quote unquote.
What do you mean dude, Nintendo does not give a fuck ever about anybody else. They're not. What do you mean they're shitting themselves? They're not worried.
But they should be.
No, they shouldn't.
It's not like this is like I don't know, when PlayStation Move came out, people were like, okay, PlayStation, let's sit down. You're never gonna be the Wii.
It's Nintendo. They have the magic. They're underpowered.
But
it does
so
not
does
matter.
this thing.
It doesn't matter.
When the Switch is like, okay, we're gonna now announce Super Mario Odyssey 2.
Yeah, for like people that play games actively, this thing is but
this thing will be like, we already have that game.
Yeah, but killer and play. It's not gonna have the mass market appeal though. This isn't going to be popular like the Switch is. It's going to sell as many units as the Switch.
You're right. But
it's awesome. Like, it is a phenomenal... Like, if you're like us, this is a super cool thing. I hope the reviews are good.
Yeah, and Valve is good.
I like the Valve controller, and I like the Steam Link a lot. So, the two hardware items I have from them... Yeah, me too. But
I think Valve is a huge contributor to the gaming as a whole.
Absolutely.
They do Oculus Rift and all that? Is that them? Did they do that?
I don't... Oculus Rift? I don't know.
Oculus Rift, a VR thing?
Oh, Oculus Rift.
What did I say?
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear, no.
Okay.
They do. Oculus is Facebook and was its own company. They do Vive.
Vive. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. And then they had the Half-Life for Vive.
Well, they changed video games. They're one of the most important companies ever in video games, for sure.
Huge. That's what I'm saying. They're like Steam. Steam itself is huge. It's massive.
Absolutely.
And anything that they touch, Portal, Half-Life, Team Fortress, is gold. Just like Nintendo and their IPs, except for Mario Golf.
Yeah, but their IPs are not their IPs are not gonna sell a single unit of these.
No, they'll probably sell everything at a loss, but then they'll make it back on Steam.
I did hear that. That they're selling this.
Really? I said something smart?
Well,
yes.
No. I have no citation, and that's only speculative. Like, even that source was like, I don't know, but I heard. So
it makes sense.
It absolutely does. Absolutely, it does. So,
like, Steam is huge. That I have an account, and I have an Epic Games account, but you can only add one thing to the cart. I want to add more than one. Why are you gonna make me press back and then add another thing?
Too busy patching Fortnite. So,
and then anyways, I can play my free games.
Keep your eyes out for it. It is super cool. So Kevin, man, what you been playing?
I like how you cut the conversation. You're good at that. You're good. You're like a teacher. Just like, anyways, let's move on there, Billy. You're doing that right now. I got it.
Time to get going.
So I played Evil Within 2 7 times.
Since the last podcast?
Sick 9 times. 9. I made this reference in Ferris Bueller. Anyways, no, maybe. I said I played this last time, right? I don't remember what I said. This thing's getting to me. I'm just like, so I played Evil Within 2, saw the intro, had to turn it off. Turn it back on, and Xbox was like, I'm sorry, you wanted sleep mode? Because I just turned the whole thing off. I'm like, okay, Xbox, you do you. Because I never had this problem with PlayStation. So I tried it again a second time. Something happened, turn it off, sleep mode, turn it back on. Oh, sorry, this is a Portuguese accent, not like a weird Asian one, even though it sounds that way. Oh, sorry. You wanted to
even though I sound racist, I'm just acting like my mom.
You wanted to play your game? Oh, sorry, I turned off last time. I'm like, what are you doing? I thought the whole point of this thing was to have standby mode. Repeat that joke 5 more times. I've seen that little girl burn 7 times.
Stop putting it to sleep.
It's such a long intro of like nothing happening. And then like, little girl burns. Oh, was that a dream? I don't know. Who are you working for? I'm like, come on. I want to get to the first save point.
So then what do you do? Like, get so bored with it, you're like, I'll just like finish this cutscene later, and then you come back and it starts over?
Yes. It'll take so long that like, Dad, can you give me food? Or I have to make dinner, or I got to do something. Or I was just like, hey, I'm going to play some Binding of Isaac or watch something, anything. And then I always jump back into the fucking game. And I'm like, why is it so hard for me to start this stupid game? Don't have long intros at the beginning of your game. Let me like Evil Within 2 save. Go on. Now you can do I gotta watch the goddamn intro because it's doing the credits as the intro's happening. Like
it's all artsy.
Created by and I'm like, stop doing that. Just tell me the name of the title. I haven't seen the goddamn name of the title yet. So I haven't got that far at all in the game, and I want to play it because I like the first Evil Within. I enjoyed it. I don't remember anything about it, but anyways. I played Hot Shot Racing last week.
Did you like it? I know you just sent me a text that you were playing it.
It was fun.
It's awesome, isn't it?
It's short. There's like not enough.
Yeah, it's literally those old games. There's nothing.
I'm like, okay, well, that's the end of that. I'm not gonna go back and like try to cars and shit.
The most fun thing to do is to like if you like a racer. My favorite two was the British guy and the Japanese guy. And if you win a Grand Prix with all 4 of their cars, you unlock the bobblehead. So I feel like it's fun to try to unlock the bobblehead.
Yeah.
I wish Mario Golf had even that level of unlocking.
Something, right? I like the music. I like the graphics. I like the whole game. I didn't know there was a turbo button until like an hour playing. I was like, oh.
I was also late to find that out.
Sorry?
I was also late to find that out. But it went from like hard, but I was doing okay, to like, I just win every time now.
I think that's why I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm done with this game. I like it, but I don't know. I kind of win all the time ever since I discovered that turbo button.
And like I usually win when I play in hard mode, but if I go up from there, like I get smoked. I don't do it.
Well, I was playing normal.
I do automatic. I don't do the manual gear shift.
I do manual. Yeah. Thanks to Outrun.
You do? Okay. Cool.
It's an Outrun thing.
Cool.
Yeah. So I enjoyed it. It was fun. Pick it up. It's on sale on the Switch right now for like $10.
Yeah, it's cheap or it's on Gamepass. So
yeah.
Hot shot.
And I completed Portal 2.
Sweet.
I finished it with my daughter. I had her finally, like, she wanted to see, Want You Gone, the GLaDOS sings at the end. I Want You Gone, second song. And I forgot how funny it was. I like the space and all that. I think I mentioned this before, but you know how you shoot on the moon?
Yeah.
On my, guess what, Scott? I used to have a website called PureNerds.com, and I did a top 10 games that should be announced at E3, and one of them was called Portal 3.
Actually, that was you want to go to the moon?
And the O in the portal was a moon. Because I'm like, this thing had those gels, and like they made, I don't know, Portal 2 is like just it's one of the best games ever made.
Yes.
And they did stuff within that only relying on portal guns. They did the gels, the speed, the bounce, and the white thing that made you able to shoot portal. So if you play with that and add gravity into the mix, like as if you're on the moon or what have you, you have a brand new game right there. You have Portal, just adding gravity, anti-gravity.
I want them to do a VR Portal that would like they did a PR Half-Life or VR Half-Life.
Fuck yeah. I get vertical playing Portal. I'm like, I'm going through this portal, fell down the hole, the camera spins, no idea what's going on.
That's probably why they have to remove those kind of puzzle solutions. Like that would just get you like you yak right away doing that.
And I'm like, holy shit, this game is 10 years old. Apparently the Xbox One upgrades it. I don't know what capacity. Like I don't know, maybe if I play on 360 I'll notice the difference, but apparently they up-res the graphics and do like little things that you don't have to do. And I'm like, that's cool that you did it. I don't notice it, but that's cool that you did it.
I'm sure if you went backwards like A, B,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And I remembered the story. I remembered everything that happens in this game, and I haven't played this game in 10 years. That's how good the story is. Like I knew the jokes, I knew everything.
And even though you know it, it's still like super fun to experience.
Fun. Yeah. And like, and I played it a couple of times, and that's what I mean with Valve. I'm like, this is just such a beautiful game. Like, you know what I mean? It's such a perfect wrapped up game. Anyone can enjoy this. Anyone can get it. And the multiplayer is also fun.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what I mean? Like they you didn't have to do that. And that's even good. That's very good. Yeah. Wheatley's a great character. I like his ending. GLaDOS is still a great ending. The song, like you have to have that song at the end that's catchy.
Yeah, dude.
That the turrets start singing opera for some fucking reason, and that was beautiful. I almost cried. I'm like, why? I didn't even like opera. Like, this is beautiful, right? And I don't know. It was good. It was good to jump in back to that game. I haven't played in like 10 years, and it was great. And I where's Portal 3? Like,
it's not. No, it's Kevin. Just stop.
Is that gonna be another Half-Life 3?
Yeah. Oh, is it? It already is. Like, it's like, yes, absolutely 100%. Never gonna happen.
I watched. Sorry, I just remember something I wanted to say. I watched Ever heard of Game Theory? I'm sure you have. YouTube guy, Game Theory. I watched his video about
Game Theory. I fucking hate that dude.
I don't blame you. About how Shell survived in space, whatever. But he mentioned something that I forgot. In the game, they mentioned that the portal gun only works on like moon dust.
Yeah.
On walls and shit. Which I'm like, holy shit, that's why I was able to hit the moon.
Yes.
With the portal gun. Like, that's such brilliant foreshadowing.
I know. And they're not going to do anything with it.
You make sure you know that this only works on these kind of walls with this kind of material because of the moon. And at the end, you shoot the fucking moon. And the way they revealed the moon, because it happened, I pointed at my daughter. I'm like, what do you think I have to do here? She's like, shoot the moon? I'm like, yes. Yeah. Yes. Even a 6-year-old got it. You understood without the game telling you what to do next.
I know. It's a brilliant game.
Oh, like,
so the thing is, I don't look at Portal 2 as like, I look at Portal 1 and Portal 2 as a game. When I play them, I start at Portal 1 because Portal 1 is only like 2 hours, 3 hours long at the most. Like, which I'm almost done with Portal 2. I'm at the last 2 chapters.
As well, or
Portal 1. I'm sorry, Portal 1.
Oh, okay.
And I'm also I'm in Portal mode as well.
Isn't it fun?
It's awesome. Of course, I love it. I adore it. Like it's like I get a There's some games I just get a craving to play every once in a while. Ocarina of Time is one. The first Legend of Zelda is one. Contra, not so much because I play that frequently enough. Mega Man 2 is one. Arcade game Turtles is another one. Portal is one of those.
Yeah, I get that with Splatterhouse and Silent Hill 2. I mean, every once in a while, I'm like,
you realize like I haven't played that in a while. Like, that's unacceptable.
I gotta play it. That's how I feel with Portal 2. I'm like, I want to play that. Yeah. I just want to play it. So. And I played Portal 1 and Portal 2, like you were saying.
Yeah, that's just the way to do it. Like, it's such an awesome ramp up. You know, like, it's fucking awesome. So cool. Anything else?
No, that's all I've been playing.
Cool. I mentioned I've been playing Portal. It's just, I love it. I got something. I also mentioned I did pre-install the Ascent.
Sorry, have you ever heard that Portal song? Wish I had a portal gun.
No.
No? Okay, I'll send that to you after. I gotta remember that. Go ahead.
I mentioned earlier, I pre-installed the Ascent. It's a cyberpunk RPG, but kind of a dual-stick shooter looking thing. You can do solo or co-op. I think it does look really fun. So keep an eye on
I'll try it. You're right about Hot Shot Racing. So.
And this is pre-installed. I haven't played it. Just something looks cool. I like the aesthetic. this came in the mail today. Oh, the Wonder Years, the video game years. Did you ever watch this series on YouTube? It's from Retroware TV.
No.
Oh, you should watch this. So they did the I Love the 80s from VH1, but they did all the video games, and it was from Retroware TV. So like I'm a
cool.
super fan. Years ago, they released 77 to 79. They're on YouTube. I just bought them because I wanted to support those guys. 82 to 80, 83 to 85 I have as well.
I've never heard of this.
And then 87 to 80. It's just like YouTube guys that were like on Retroware TV, or maybe the guy with the glasses. They were popular on YouTube when James Rolfe was blowing up, and they did this. It's fantastic. Did you like I Love the 80s or I Love the 70s stuff on VH1? Yeah. They nail it. Go watch it. It's also, it used to be, I think it still is. It was on Amazon Prime for a while. But this just came in the mail, 86 to 87. So this one covers Zelda, Mega Man, the Sega Master System, Outrun, and more.
That's my favorite one. You know why? Because that's the year I was born.
Oh, there you go.
That's awesome.
So I'm excited. I haven't watched it yet. It's going to be the first disc.
I already forgot what you called it.
The video game years.
Okay, the video game years. Okay. Look at me. I see myself. That's great.
Boom. And then Digital Foundry cost me some money. Digital Foundry is a YouTube channel. They analyze frame rates.
I do know. Yeah, I watched their Cyberpunk. That's how I knew it.
I watched their Zelda Skyward Sword video and bought Skyward Sword. So
you actually bought it?
Yeah, it's
nice.
I guess I don't have a lot to say other than I always liked Skyward Sword a lot.
I think I have that game on the Wii. I gotta go check after. And
I liked it a lot the first time I played it. It has my favorite music incorporated in the game. It's got a slower start. I guess
all Zeldas have a slow start.
But I remember, I guess they do. And to me, when I played this the first time, other than wanting to rage out over the final boss, I remember clearly liking this more than Twilight Princess.
I never played Twilight Princess.
To me, this was obvious that this was better than Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
And that is totally not the consensus. I'm in a super small minority that likes this game. In fact, this feels like one of the least popular Zelda games ever.
It's the Final Fantasy VIII of the Zelda games.
Sure. But I've always liked it a lot. I don't know. I haven't played Final Fantasy, but I'm assuming you're right.
Oh, just a reaction. Sure.
Whatever. I don't know, man. It's hitting all the right notes for me. I have a chance right now. I have not finished Breath of the Wild, but I have 30 some odd hours into that, right? I can either start Breath of the Wild again, or I can play Skyward Sword again from the beginning, and I'm opting for Skyward Sword. I'm really liking it. There's some quality of life improvements. You can fast forward through dialogue faster. It doesn't remind you to... I don't know. There's little things that are a little bit better, and it's awesome. I'm liking it.
I'll get it because I don't think I have it. So I don't feel so bad about buying the same game twice, unless I do have it, but I never played it, so I don't feel so bad either.
But people say it's the worst one.
I don't know. What about the CDI ones? Those ones are pretty bad.
That doesn't count. You know what I mean?
All right.
Nintendo.
Yeah, no, I've heard that this is the least favorite. That's why people were surprised that they went with this.
But I like it. Yeah, I do, and I do understand that that is a surprise because there's other games, but I'm liking it. And
I'll get it. I will get it. I still got to complete Breath of the Wild again. I'm in the same boat.
I've never finished Breath of the Wild.
Right.
And I don't the thing is this game is linear and it is
well, it's what Zelda used to be before Breath of the Wild. Right?
And I think that's just my speed.
That makes sense.
I think I just want, I don't like open world games. Tell me what I'm supposed to do. I don't want to make my own fun. If I want to make my own fun, I'll go do a project. I'll build a guitar or something. I'm not going to make my own fun in a video game. No, you were supposed to make a fun game for me.
Right. That's fair.
So, that's it for me, though. So I guess we have a little bit of listener feedback. Let me pull that up real quick, and we'll call it a show.
Wish I had a portal gun. You got to watch that. It's old, but it's funny.
It sounds like I should. It feels like I should know it, but I do not.
pretty funny. It's a good rap. He talks about having a portal gun and then what he would do with it. What's the first thing you would do if you had a portal gun?
Literally?
Yeah. Like, literally.
I would just walk through a wall to another wall. Just like dip my toe in the water. Like,
okay, sorry. I should have said literally. What would you use a portal gun for, mostly?
elevator situations. So at our brewery, we have this unbelievably long hallway. It'd be sick to just like skip this hallway.
Yeah.
Loading kegs from the like manufacturing area into the cooler, like that kind of stuff would be awesome.
It's pretty good.
What about you?
I don't know. Probably look at my own butt.
What?
Like shoot a portal like at the bottom, and then shoot a portal at the top, and just like look at my butt.
All right.
You want to look at things you never look at, right? Like up close.
And your butt is what you would pick?
Well, I mean, I can't pick anyone else's butt. That's assault. That's assault, brother.
I realize that. The fact that the first thing you're going to is butts is that's not where I'd go first, I guess.
Well, can't do the penis because it'll look like Gonzo from that angle. So I don't want to see that.
You can also just look in a mirror and get the
That's true.
Like,
no, but it has to be like right in front of you, right? Like that's what I mean.
guess
like,
is that oh, okay, you're going down a dark road. Let's read Zarek's feedback from last episode.
Whatever. You see your own butt if you could.
I thought you were going to glory hole yourself is what you were getting at.
Show title: Glory Hole Yourself.
No, do not. Don't do that one. Zarek writes in from last episode. He says, "I'm pretty sure Monster Hunter Stories 2 is a turn-based RPG similar to Pokemon, where you collect and battle monsters, but they're Monster Hunter monsters. I'm not sure of the gameplay differences between the two games. I've never played it. I would if it was more affordable."
Is that on the Switch? Is that what we're getting at?
I guess.
I forgot what we're talking about. Monster Hunters.
I forget. Yeah, something like that. It was Monster Hunter.
It was on the Switch, and I was surprised.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Divinity Original Sin 2 is a very good turn-based RPG, Zarek says. What?
So I went for shits and giggles to see this game on the iOS. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why do I sound like such an ass on this podcast? So I looked on the App Store. It was $34.99.
It's a real game. It's like a Diablo.
Yeah, I was like, get the fuck out of here, $4.99 for an iOS game. And then I looked at it and was like, I'm like, oh.
So it's $35 and it's all like a 91 Metacritic or something.
Yeah.
So
you know. All
right, he goes, it's with an incredible amount of freedom and a very strong narrative and a very clever and very funny writing and gameplay. So all that's very awesome. Like during the tutorial, if you take a pet pal as one of your starting abilities, you can talk to a sheep and keep saying dad sheep puns to it until it gets disgusted with you and it stops talking to you altogether and pretends you don't exist. Continue to try and talk to it. It says there are a lot of quests that are only available with the ability pet pal. The game isn't afraid to let you miss content, so it really rewards you for exploration and experimentation. I can see why the game got such good reviews on iOS. The game is too good for phones. It should be unlike Nintendo releasing Breath of the Wild for Android. He also says, oh my god, you don't know who Invader Zim is? Dude, get a hold of that and watch it with your daughter. Invader Zim is really good. Trust me, I'm almost 40, and my mom still loves the heck out of Invader Zim. That should give you a clue how good it is.
When did that come out?
I have no idea. I don't know what it is either. I think both of us have homework.
There's a period of like cartoons where I'm just like, that's not for me. Like the Thornberries.
2001. It's on Amazon Prime if you have that. There's 2 seasons of it.
Oh, okay. It looks cool. It looks fun. Yeah, there's a bunch of cartoons where I'm just like, how did I miss that? Like, that sounds like something I would like.
Luckily, it's on the internet now. You can find out.
Yeah.
And Dumbass fucked up again. We don't have any Dumbass comments, so...
Like, what is the point of recording
if we don't get Dumbass to correct us?
Yeah. I want to know what I said was dumb. and be corrected by Demez.
It is funny.
You know what's funny?
What?
I don't think Zarek and Demez ever rolled at the same time. It's
Yeah,
like a Pokeroo situation.
they used to.
Oh, I see. Because like either it's one or the other. For some reason, I feel like
think that they're the same person.
I'm not saying that.
That would be the most unbelievable.
Have you seen either of them? One's a cat and one's a mystery.
One's Canadian and one's in Georgia.
One's Canadian and one's in Georgia, right?
He does hide. Demez has an unbelievable amount of typos. Like he's like a psychological test to read the sentences. It makes sense because he gets the first and last letter always right. Where Zarek has like impeccable grammar and typing.
And they both correct this, so it's like
that would be a level. That would be an extra layer of dedication to write so dramatically different too. They usually.
Or it could be like a Jekyll and Hyde situation. Like they don't know that the other one exists.
They know each other exists for sure. We used to challenge each other, the three of us, on our Super Mario Maker levels back on Wii U. It was fun. It was fun as hell.
Yeah, they bought 3 different Wii U's and they all had different codes. Come on, Scott.
Oh, obviously, yes. How can I not see the truth? All right, well, that's going to be it for the show. I want to thank everybody very much for listening. If you've made it this far, I've got Ben Landis and Cubby to thank for music. Please check out our podcast on different websites. We have we have affiliate links. Click on stuff if you'd like to support the show. That's it for the show this week. I don't care. No one does this stuff. So our handle is ClassicL337 at Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Amazon. Thank you very much for listening to episode 345 of the Classic Elite Podcast, and we'll see you soon for episode 346. Bye.
Bye.